All right. State your rank and your username.
Specialist H. Carlson, aka Black Mac.
All right.
Infantry.
Oh, sorry. Do that again. Sorry.
Okay. Just say roll.
Yes. Roll.
Specialist H. Carlson, aka Black Mac. Infantry.
All right. And what is your role in Joint Task Force 207?
My role in the Joint Task Force 207 is primarily as a rifleman, but as a specialist, I'm specializing in radio and communications. I also have mentoring roles for people in training for leadership positions. As I've been a sergeant and chose to step down from sergeant to specialist, so yeah.
All right. So you're God, trying to think because you straddle that line. Trying to think of a good question for you.
Go ahead.
So as a previous sergeant, what do you kind of think of, what do you think of being in command of troops? You know.
Being in command of troops is a great responsibility. You have to balance things a lot because obviously you're supposed to give orders, but if you step in there and go too far down, micromanage to the troops too much, you're gonna reduce their efficiency and you're just gonna piss people off really if you could micro. So you've got to walk the line between the micromanaging and the leaving things up to each individual. You have to be able to count on your troops that they know what they're doing, and there are so many different situations. When the troops that you're commanding know what they're doing, it can be a delight to be in command, and I mean you can get really proud. But then at other times, when you have incompetent people, obviously I'm not mentioning any names in any cases, but when you have people, let's just say incompetent people for short, you can get very annoyed, and it's very stressful because then you have to micromanage. But all in all, there's responsibility and freedom, and I like to say that responsibility and freedom goes hand in hand. So you have a certain amount of freedom when it comes to picking equipment, choosing tactics, well, different things. But with that freedom comes a great deal of responsibility.
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right.
If you like, yeah, okay.
No, if you want to keep going, keep going. Sorry.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, if well, the reason, just to take that, because I'm guessing you were going to ask this.
Yeah.
The reason I chose to step down from my position as sergeant, which is kind of came as a surprise to most people, really, is that in my current situation, it became too much of a burden to carry, and I didn't feel that I could carry out this this responsibility adequately. So I thought the best thing to do was to kind of leave it up to someone else. I mean, if I can't do the job properly, I'll just leave it to someone who can, instead of doing it half-assed. Pardon the expression, but and that's also, I think, part of having a leadership, part of being in a leading position, that you know when to give away the responsibility to someone else whom you think is better fit for the role. Yeah.
All done?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Where everyone else was like, yeah, it's cool. Okay, yeah, I think it's cool. You're like, you're the most, and I'm not. This is nothing against you. I really like it, and I wish everybody else had like 20-minute interviews like you do, like you did, like you're doing right now. But like, God, what everyone lacks in words, you make up. So you verbose motherfucker. I mean that in a loving way. All right.
I'm Macbething this whole thing.
All right. I'm gonna ask you at least three more questions. So,
Go ahead.
you're currently at a specialist role. Do you ever see yourself returning to a sergeant role or an NCO position, or are you just gonna stay on the specialist route?
Well, I, I, there's nothing certain. I mean, I don't rule out the possibility of returning to a sergeant position or even higher up if that should be the case. So, yeah, anything's possible. I'll have to see what. Well, obviously, since this is, kind of, real life stuff takes precedence over this. That's quite obvious. And when I feel that I have the capacity to actually do a leading job properly, either as a sergeant or some other NCO position, or even officer, as I said. I'm not going to rule out that possibility. So that's a yes. I see it as a possibility that I can someday return to a leading position.
All right. I'm just gonna knock this down to two questions, actually. What are your general thoughts of Joint Task Force 207? Good thoughts, bad thoughts, null thoughts. The happy times, the bad times. What do you think?
The Well, there are a lot of things actually. What am I supposed to say? How to respond to such a question? Well, it's I think it's a good thing that we have this unit. Bringing together people from all over the world is it's a delight. You meet a lot of interesting people, and I think people are having fun in this unit, really. I don't know what if you can sort of ask some more questions. I can be a little bit more specific. I can.
Well, what are your good Let's just start with small. Let's start small. What are the good actually let's go with the negative first. Let's get the negative out of the way. So what are some negative things? Because everyone has critiques. They see things that can be done better or things that annoy them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, yeah. I presume you want me to be honest.
Yeah, be honest. This is nothing
will
nothing will come back to haunt you if you say it here.
No. Well, if it does, I'm going to call the Ghostbusters on it. Well, one thing I've noticed about this unit is there's been a fair amount of drama. Something I contribute to the fact that a lot of people in this unit are very young. And I'm saying this as and I don't want to sound patronizing, but being one of the oldest members of this unit, or I was the oldest until Anderson showed up and ruined that. Yeah, I kind of noticed a lot of the adolescent tendencies among certain members, and no offense to any. I mean, I'm kind of expecting it, and I see a lot of drama. There's been a lot of drama in the past, people leaving, people doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. Um, we have a history. Yeah, and but nothing you shouldn't expect. And also, when it comes to kind of the way we do things with operations, we're doing scheduled operations 2 times a week, and now we have training 2 times a week. Sometimes I'm thinking this is a bit too much for me, and to be completely honest, um, sometimes I find it a bit tedious, and sometimes I go to the operations not because I really want to, but because I feel obliged, and because it's part of it's obligatory. Uh, you have to go to the operations, and so okay, I just go to the operations. It's sort of like attending, I don't know, a choir, because I'm and it's obligatory. No one's going to punish you if you don't, but there's a um what is that word? There is a certain
Malice.
no, you have to.
Yeah, you're dragging your feet.
Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
There's there's this obligation there. So a lot of times I have to admit I go to the operations not because I really want to, but because I have to, and because I feel a responsibility to towards the rest of the community. Um, when
Oh, sorry.
when you say critique, I don't know. You expect me to
You don't
provide
you don't
some
have
sort
to do anything. I
No, no,
I should
no,
preface
okay.
with that. You don't have to do anything. These
No,
questions are
okay.
just to, like, make you think. Think about.
Yeah, that's good. Um,
I just
I,
said
I
that, in case you did have any critiques. And, if you want to get them off your shoulders, go ahead.
well, as odd as it might sound, I don't think I have any critiques towards the staff, and no, I really can't think of anything. Um, no, um, they're doing an excellent job.
All
But
right.
but as so I've kind of
Yeah.
I guess I'm done with the negative part now.
Positives. What do you think? What are the good things? What are the things you like? Little
Oh,
moments.
oh, the people, the, the, the people in the JTF, lot of different people, so much color. Um, uh, there are so many good moments, and not only in the operations, but hanging out in the team speak. It's more than just the JTF 207 is more than just attending the operations, and I'm guessing that's what keeps me around, more or less. I have friends here. I can't just leave because I have friends here. Uh, yeah, uh, people I see in the team speak. I'm getting as happy seeing people in this unit as I get seeing people in real life, my real life friends. It's like, and on one occasion, um, one member of the unit actually came a long way um, in real life to visit me. Like he came specifically to visit me, and he flew a long way. We live far apart, and I've met with other people, in person. I've shared a beer with the leader of this community, and so much friendship, and it's as real to me as, like, despite the fact that I've never seen most of you guys in real life, the friendship and the kind of bonding um, that is developed, uh, is as real to me as with my real life friends. So that's the best part of this community, really, the social part. Also, you know, the whole concept of military realism is, yeah, I like it. Well, that's why I joined in the first place. I like doing this, and yeah, I don't mind following orders, and the kind of it's kind of an edge to it, you know, when you're on in the operations and on the front lines, you have to stay sharp. It's yeah, that's very interesting.
Finished with that question?
Yeah.
All right. God, this. I seriously wish. I told Silver Player earlier that his interview was the best. No, yours sinks his out of the water and then like curb stomps it repeatedly. So, one last question, and
Yes.
you know, take as long as you want to think about this. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I have nothing better to do. Uh, what? And you know, we asked this during the campfire, but what is your fondest moment, best moment, happiest moment, funniest moment? You know, whatever. If you're going to describe an operation, you know, kind of describe it in depth. But you know, if it's not an operation, if it's just an interaction, you know, describe it. But you know, what was it? What was that moment? What was that moment that really got to you?
Um. Well. Oh, I accidentally. Well, hold on a sec.
I can cut around it. Just you know.
Oh yeah. Um. Well, the- I remember, as I mentioned, I got a visit from one of the members of this community, which is kind of it's not commonplace. I mean, that's not something you see every day. People who meet in these kind of communities, you know, don't travel half the globe to visit someone. Uh, and but I think one of the greatest moments ever was earlier this like some months ago. Um, I was sitting in the TeamSpeak, just having a casual chat with one of the staff members, and I remember because at the time it was made clear to the rest of the unit that I was struggling with certain things in my personal life, and I got a lot of support and say compassion from the people in this community for that, and a lot of understanding. So that was great. And oh, sorry, did I cut out there for a bit?
Just half a second, but keep going.
Oh yeah, I hit the mute button accidentally. Yeah, no. So this member of staff was talking about, you know, getting a plane ticket to come and visit me, and you know that's something you can just toss out. And I thought, well, I really want that to be something he really means, but obviously it's not. But then you know, as we kept talking about it, it occurred to me that wow, he really means that. He's really going to buy a plane ticket to come and visit me. And you know, I'm kind of, you know, about to start tidying my apartment to prepare for it because I knew it was going to do it. Turns out work got in the way, but that's a different part of the story. The point is, well, he actually wanted to travel, and that's the second time. It would have been the second time someone actually traveled halfway across the globe to visit me. It's really a privilege. It is. I feel really grateful for having such friends. I don't know many other friends that I have in real life who would do that. To be honest, yeah. So, just the that is one of my greatest moments. And I have a. How much time do you have? I mean,
I have
so
as
many
long
good-
as you want. As long as you want.
So
I have enough hard drive space for like 10 of these interviews. Try me. I've edited whole operations. Try me.
well, that's. I see that as a challenge.
Do it, bitch.
All right. Well, there's so many memories. A lot of them from last year.
You
We
know,
used to
whatever.
be-
It can be ever. I don't.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to
yeah.
be. Just whatever. I'm trying to get your thoughts. Hello, Black Mac.
Yes, I'm still here. I'm just leaning back, smiling, having a really good time with this.
Also, Giefer, if you need to leave, you can leave. You don't have to stay for the entire interview.
Yeah, we have a person listening in on the interview. That's
Well, I'm gonna edit that out. Oh well, keep going.
when I first joined this unit, the unit had there was a very good attendance, and I got put into well, I joined at the same time as the ones. What can I? By the way, edit this out. Can I mention names?
I'll probably edit the names out if they're negative names, but if they're like, if you're talking about, I assume you're gonna talk about like Kalantla or whatever,
No.
Who are you gonna say?
Oh, I joined way before Kalantla.
Okay. Who are you gonna say?
Sergeant. I was a sergeant when he joined.
What are you gonna say? Who are you gonna say?
No, I'm going to talk about the Mizo and
Oh yeah, no, I won't edit. I mean, you can say names. Like if you want, we can later if you want, we can go back and say it was Cookie Dude who visited you and Thomas. If you want, we don't have to. Don't think too much about it. Hello.
Well, I'm content with what I.
But you can say it's Mizo.
What I. Yeah.
So you want to start again? That's a lot of editing, and might as well just start again. All right.
Yeah. When I first joined this unit, it must have been a year and a half ago. I can't really remember. It's a long time ago. It was quite funny. Just a thing I remember. I was going to apply for aviation, and then this other guy called Fear joined at the same time as me, and he was applying for aviation too. And it's like, we only got one spot in aviation. And I thought, I didn't know this guy, and I thought, well, I'm just going to be gracious about this. I'm not going to argue or try to compete over this position. So I just think, yeah, okay, just you go ahead and take that position. Turns out to be a very good thing to do because he's probably a pilot, probably 100 times better at flying than me, at least. Anyway, I joined infantry, got put in a squad with 3 others called Mizo, Cookie Dude, and Deity. Cookie Dude being the one of the Israelis in the unit, who later actually came to visit me in real life. And we had another person in our team who's sadly not with the unit any longer. And we were the Echo team. And gosh, there were so many great things we did. Echo team was a good memory. I'm sure if you ask Mizo or Cookie Dude or Deity about this, about that time, that then I'm sure they're gonna conjure up some, or conjure up, well, wrong word. They're gonna come up with some similar memories about it, because that was, yeah, those were great times. Um, and as funny as it sounds, a lot of the times when I've been leading as a sergeant, there's been a lot of times where, you know, it's been tedious, as I mentioned earlier. It's you know, it's more a feeling of responsibility, and it's like a job rather than something you do for fun. But remained as a positive memory, really. Um, that I'm actually doing this. You know, I'm sticking in there, and I'm doing my job despite the fact that I'm at the moment really hating it, and it's really boring because you have people with you that don't know what they're doing and don't know which end of the gun to point forwards, and you know, you have other stuff to do. You should have been somewhere else, and it's like, oh well, I just have to do this. And the feeling you're left with when you actually, when I've done that, is this, it's a good feeling that, you know, you've taken some responsibility, and I think the leading position I've held in this community has really helped my abilities to lead in real life, and you can, I've noticed my abilities to kind of take initiative and solve things, you know, and that kind of stuff is been greatly increased from my experience as a unit. And so this the whole JTF 207 experience is more than just fun to me. It's enriching in many different ways.
Wow. Wow. That wasn't a story, that was an experience. Are you all done, or do you have anything else you want to say? And if you want, we can come back. I'm not saying we have to stop. I'm just saying if you can't think of anything, we can come back. You know, this interview spot will be here till the end of time.
Well, I can't really think of anything else. You make sure you send me the interview.
Yeah. What I was planning on doing is letting everyone see their interview before
Of course.
I
Yeah.
actually publish it.
That's good.
Your interview's so long, it might be its own. Like I was planning kind of doing them all at once, but it might be enlisted personnel, specialist Black Mac, and then everyone else. I'm gonna shame them into doing a longer interview. Is Giefer still here? Or did he leave?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
go
an asshole for doing such a short one.
Yeah. Fucking
Thanks a
asshole.
lot. I was reading a book, and like I wasn't trying to snoop in on your interview, but like
You were allowed
I was
to.
also
You were
trying
an
to
invited
get an
guest.
idea.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like it's, you know, they're supposed to be kind of personal, and I hope I wasn't intruding by staying here. But I mean, it's great to see that, you know, this is such a, you know, tight knit group of people, and I'm actually really happy that I'm playing with you guys now.
Aw. No, and these interviews are gonna be published on the internet for everyone to see. So these are not personal. These are completely
Fuck
open.
your feelings. No, okay.
These
Well,
are
great. Now I want to redo my interview, but maybe not tonight.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to redo mine now because now I feel.
The point of these interviews, Mandrew and I kind of discussed this. The point of these interviews is, one, I mean, it's like Mandrew said, we're not. He said during his interview, we're kind of a smaller unit because we're not really pushing on the, you know, we're not pushing on registering users, you know, registration drives and whatnot. And he said one of our main problems is we're a very insular community. Like, it's hard to find us, but once you get in, it's like, you know, we're all of a sudden best buddies. Like, you know, we started calling you Jafar, and I
You mean
called
we're best buddies?
Gaffer. Yeah.
Delta, you can come over and we can have like a sleepover.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I mean,
messing
for
around.
Christ's sakes, you know, Cookie Dude visited Black Mac, and like that's kind of strange for a stranger to come onto the internet, you know, from the internet that you've never met in person, not once, who doesn't live in the same city, who doesn't live in the same country, who doesn't even live on the same continent as you, came
That's
over.
actually from Israel to northern Norway. To
Exactly.
a small backwater place in northern Norway that nobody in the world has heard about.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that is. Well, just grasping that is. I don't know. It's just wow.
yeah, and it's like, you know, we're not a big community, but Mandrew said we talked about.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna drool at this thing for a bit.
Yeah. that piece of shit.
Wait,
Hey.
are you actually in?
Hey, where are the
military?
weapons?
But no, Black Mac, were you in the military?
Sorry.
Were you in the military? Ever?
No, I was never in the real military.
Okay.
They didn't want me because I'm a psycho.
But
Edit that out, by the way.
oh, this is all off the record now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even recording anymore. F9.
Well-
No, I'm kidding. But I want
But
to.
that's not even a joke. I mean, it's...
No, don't. None of
We
this.
love
is,
you all the same.
This is
Black
not
Man.
on. This is not on the record.
I know you do.
But
This is your mistake.
what was I saying? Mandrew said when we were
What would you have done if while you're having the interview, just am I not where I look like I am?
you were in the crates. Yeah, we saw you. But
Oh.
Mandrew said when we were talking about this like 2 weeks ago, he said one of the, you know, we want to show people because, you know, one of the problems is like, and again, this is off the record, but like with recruits like Cockburn is they see groups like Shack Tack and they see all the crazy things they do and how crazy it is and it's fun and it's like, they say I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of a group of people who are like that, who are so close and they play these fun games. They play the big boy games like Arma. And it's like, they come into this group and they think we're going to do that and we're, we want to have fun, but we're serious. We have fun by being serious. That's like, we're kind of masochists in a way. And, Mandrew said one of the reasons why we want to do these interviews is we want to show people who we are and what we're looking for. What can you expect if you join Joint Task Force 207? What can we expect of you? What can you expect of us? What are, if you're looking for this, you got it. You found it. And if you're not, maybe we're not the best group for you.
Yeah, I mean...
And that's actually...
Oh,
go ahead.
by the way, I might have... I told you, I might have a new recruit, if I can get a hold of him.
Yeah, that's cool. What were you saying, Kiefer?
American.
I was going to say, that's actually why I'm really happy that I'm playing with you guys, is it is a more serious thing, and that's what I was hoping to get out of Arma. It's because it'd be such a waste not to, because it's such a great game, if we're all just flying helicopters into each other and leveling cities rather than taking a more realistic approach to things.
Yeah. No, and the other thing is, Mandrew, and this is why I said be as open as possible. I told everybody during their interviews, and I think a lot of people are going to redo their interviews, mostly because I kind of jumped the questions on them, which is what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted people to think about it for a moment, but I wanted people to get their raw emotion. But Mandrew and I talked about this, and I said, the reason why I want to do the interviews is I want people to openly say what they think. And, because, we'll say things on the TeamSpeak, and we are very open people. We say the worst things ever that, like, if I said in front of, like, people I knew in real life, they would, like, they would figuratively disown me. They would never talk to me again. They wouldn't get within 20 miles of me. In fact, I've kind of taken some of those things out of this platoon, and I've said them in real life, and people don't talk to me anymore. So it's like, we're a very open and honest group of people, but we do, with everything, you do reserve a little bit. And Black Mac, you spoke a lot, but I could tell you were reserving things. Very, maybe not so much as normal, but, you reserve things. But at least in this case, in this instance, in this kind of more personal setting where it's a one-on-one talk, and it's not really a talk, it's just like a QA session, people
Yeah.
people can say what they want to say, and they mean it, and they're serious about it, and they mean the good things, they mean the bad things, and that's why I wanted to do the interviews. The manager completely agreed that it's
Yeah.
we get to see each other. We see each other as we are now, but we
Yes.
really get to see who we are on the inside and what we think of each other.
I agree. I agree. But you say I was reserving things. I mean, from what do you draw that conclusion?
No, it's like I know when I do my interview, I'm gonna say a lot of things, but I'm not gonna say. I mean, you always hold things back. There's never nothing. You don't put every single card on the table.
Oh, of course. I mean, but
That's what I mean. I'm just like assuming. I don't have any actual like intuitive evidence, but I'm just assuming that there's something deep down in the kernel of your heart. Maybe something really, really dark, something really black. Something that happened, or you saw something, or you're keeping that back.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against you. I mean, we all do it. So I'm not saying.
I'm
I'm
not
just
taking
using
it.
it as an example.
Yeah.
There was
Well,
this one time
Okay.
that Delta
Sam.
just ran over a crowd of people.
That's kind of the key word I
Yeah.
was looking for. I mean, now if you're just using me as an example, then
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
You're just an
it's,
example. And Kiefer, I know, you're pretty new, so maybe you don't have as much to say, but
Yeah, there's certain parts that I want to redo on my interview, but I'm totally cool with having like what's the fun, your fond moments of JTF. That's good. I think the only thing it really,
Whoa.
well, I don't think I was asked to criticize JTF,
Oh,
but
sorry.
yeah,
If you want
thanks,
to do it,
Delta.
well, I don't know. I was kind of doing these on the fly. I didn't write these questions down. It's
No,
just
that's
kind of what I
cool.
was thinking.
That's cool. No, but the only thing I really want to redo at the moment, because I got lost in, because you asked me, where do you see yourself in 10 years, and I kind of got lost in just,
I was just-
where do I see myself
I was
in
just-
aviation.
I was just kidding. I
No,
just,
no, I meant like I got myself lost in just aviation. I wasn't thinking about my roles within JTF, and that's
Yeah.
the only thing that I want to maybe redo.
Yeah. Okay. If you want. I'm gonna make a forum post about it, and I'm gonna edit your interviews if you would like to redo them before, or add on to them, addendum. I'm gonna post actual questions that you can ponder and think about and write down.
Oh shit!
And you'll be graded on them.
All right. The only thing I got a question: is there a way to change which key activates the radio inside of Acer or Acre?
Yeah, I believe so.
What key? Well, because I tried to do that with my joystick.
Should be control.
Oh, no.
Control
That's
is, yeah.
What?
I'm trying to assist. I'm trying to assist Giefer, but you just it's control is the key, and you just need to switch that key. You go to
No, caps is my key to
no,
transfer
yeah,
it
caps.
over the
Sorry,
radio.
you mean you can't change it?
I added a button on my joystick in the Arma 2 controls, and it queues up the in-game mic, but doesn't broadcast over the radio.
You'll have to ask someone who's not me, because I'm technologically incapped. Or maybe it's
Impaired.
yeah, Ace. I don't know. What do you want, Black Mac? What were you saying to say?
Oh no! Blackback, no, he just timed out of TeamSpeak.
Did he?
No! Well, he's here.
Yeah. Here I am, rock you
There he
like
is.
a hurricane.
We see you now. Oh, no. Yep.
All right, what is it, Black Mac?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Ah.
You want to play Space Engineers?
No, I don't have it.
Oh,
Cute.
I'll crash shit into your spaceship.
Well, sorry. Are you done with the
Only if you're
interview
done.
now? Oh yeah, I don't have.
Black Mac, I need to extend
you-
you. Wait, I need to extend you all the same courtesy. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Lance Corporal.
Awesome. Well.